Now, in this case, a revenue of two companies P and Q has been given. This is for P and this is for company Q, and profit percentage of both the companies have also been given. Okay, so here one more thing is there. Profit is revenue minus cost of production. As we know, profit is selling price minus cost price. So precisely revenue is nothing but selling, right? And profit percentage is profit by cost price into 100, right? So we are using the standard profit and loss formula over here, right? So as I have already told you, so many times in even in profit and loss session, I would suggest you just go for profit and loss session if you are not clear with the basics. So if SP by CP, SP over here is nothing but the revenue, and CP is cost price. Basically, it is cost of production. So if SP by CP is 1, there is no profit, no loss, right? If SP by CP is more than 1, then there will be a profit, right? Suppose it is 1.10, then it is 10% profit. Okay, and suppose it is less than 1, then there is a loss. Suppose it is 0.9, that means there is a 10% loss. Okay, so the same funda we will be using over here to find out the solution to various questions, right? So you should be knowing this thing. So many times I have told you, even in profit and loss sessions. Okay, so over here revenue is nothing but selling price, cost of production is nothing but cost price. Okay, so that will be easy for us to solve the questions if we understand this variation in the terminologies. Now, what is the profit obtained by two companies P and Q together in 2013, right? So we want the profit in absolute number, not in percentage. Percentage has already been given over here. So if at all from percentage and from selling price, if at all we wish to know the cost price, we will be using the profit data, right? So profit data is basically, I call this as profit data. Okay, that means SP is 1.1 times CP. So this is profit data. Okay, that and profit percentage is the data after decimal. So that is 10% profit, right? 10% profit, and profit data is 1.1, right? So it will be easy for you to understand what I am trying to say. Okay, now here we are talking about year 2013. So here the revenue or the selling is 225, right? And I want cost price. So cost price will be 225 divided by profit data. Now profit is 12.5% for company P in year 2013, right? So that means precisely it is 12.5%. Okay, so profit percent is 12.5%. So profit data will be what? 1 plus 12.5 divided by 100. Okay, so that is profit data. So this is actually 1 by 8, and 1 plus 1 by 8 is 9 by 8. So profit data is 9 by 8. So this is the cost price. Selling price divided by profit data is cost price. Okay. This is the profit data. So selling price divided by profit data is cost price. So this is cost price for company P. Okay. Similarly, we can find out the cost price for company Q. So that is their revenue is 212 and their profit is 6. So profit data will be 106. Okay. Or profit is, I'm sorry, 1.06. So it's 200 and, it's 212 and divided by 1.06, 6% profit. So 1.06, if I remove this, so this is the total cost price. Okay, and total selling price we have is this one, 437. Okay, so that is a total cost price, that is selling price, this is the cost price. So if we deduct total cost from the selling, we'll be getting the profit data. Okay, so that is precisely 25. So it's 200 plus 200, that is 400. So 437 minus 400, we are left with 37 crore. Okay, so that is the profit of company P and Q together for year 2013. So once you know this concept, that SP-CP ratio, you get profit data. So it's very easy to solve these sort of questions in minimal amount of time with minimum space. Okay, you don't have to write these things everywhere, right? That should be in your mind, because you should be conceptually clear before you approach the question. Okay, I hope you are clear. in 2010, what was the ratio of profit of company P to profit of company Q? So for that also we have to find out the cost price because we want the profit in absolute number. Okay, so 2010 we are talking about. So 2010 company P, the revenue is 175 and the profit data will be 1.4. Profit percentage is 40, so profit data will be 1.4. So 175 divided by 1.4. This is basically cost price. Okay, so this is cost price, and if it is deducted from selling price, we will be getting the profit. So selling price is nothing but 175. Okay, so that is the profit of company P divided by company Q, that is 160. So 160 minus 160 divided by 1.28. Okay, so from this I can take 175 as common, 160 as common, 1.4 minus 1, so that's 0.4, 0.40 and divided by 0.28. So point can be removed. I'll be having 40 by 28. So 4 10 and 4 7. 4 7, sorry, into the denominator figure, so that is 128 by 140. So this is 25, this is 8, so 4 2s and 4 7s, that means 10 is to 7. Okay, involves lot of calculation because we have to find out the profit of both the companies for both the years, right? We just have calculated the profit of company P, just now we have calculated the ratio, but in this case we have to find out the total profit, right? So the calculation will be for 2010 the profit is what? Revenue is what? 175 and profit percentage is 40, right? So profit will be 175. What is the approximate percentage increase in the total profit of companies P and Q together from 2010 to 2012? So for this we need to find out the profit of P and Q, both the companies for both the years, right? So I have already told you how to find out the profit. So for P year 2010, revenue is 175 and profit percentage is 40. So the profit will be 175 into 0.4 upon 1.4, right? So that is profit of company P for year 2010. Similarly for company Q, it will be 160 revenue and 28% profit. So 160 into 0.28 upon 1.28. So this is for P and Q year 2010. Similarly, we can calculate for year 2012. So that is 210 upon 210 and 40 and 225. So 210 40% and 225%. Okay. So just calculate, remove the decimals. So that's 85 and this 100. So from 85 it's being 100. So increases of 15 over 85. So 300 by 17. 17 square is 289 and 300 is bit more than 289. So the cancellation will be bit more than 17. So among options we have this, right? So I hope this is clear. In which of the given years was the total profit of both the companies together the highest? So this is really a question which involves a lot of calculation, right? If at all you are going to find out profit of both the companies for all the years, it will be really time consuming. So what we can do, we can get approximate idea of the profit. So see here, if you talk about year 2009, so 160, 140, 28 and 25. So we are getting better than this over here, 175 and 160, 40 and 28, right? So 2009 can be discarded. Okay. Then from 175 and 160 we are getting better than this over here, but the percentage is low, so 2011 can be discarded because in revenue there is minute difference but percentage drop is too much. Then for year 2012 if we calculate 175 to 210, 160 to 200, so revenue wise this is higher, and percentage wise for company P it is same, for company Q it is bit low. But since revenue is high, if the even if the percentage is just 3% low, then also this calculation will produce higher profit, right? And if we talk about 2013, revenue is getting higher, but the percentage profit is too low, right? So 2012 will be the correct answer, right? In how many of the given years was the profit of the company P more than profit of the company Q by at least rupees 15 crore? So in this case also we have a lot of calculation, and we have to calculate the profit of both the companies for all the years, right? Since I have already told you the calculation of profit, so the same will be the similar manner will be calculating the profit of all the companies for both the companies for all the years. So for 2009, if we talk about company P, that is 160. So profit, absolute profit will be 160 into 0.28 upon 128, right? So I just write this. So that is 35, right? And company Q 140 into 25 by 125. So that will not be more than 15. So we can discard this. See, the calculation is not that difficult. The only thing is it will be bit time consuming, right? So you just have to see whether if you have time to calculate, then you should go ahead with this. 175 by 40 and 28, we have already calculated that, but I'll do it once again. 175 by 28, 128. I'm sorry, here it is profit is 40%. So I write 40 upon 140. So that's 50, and then 160 upon 128, 28. So it's 25 into 250 and 35. So 15, yes, the difference is 15. So that's year 2010. We have one year. So after that, for year 2012, it is 195 by and 180. So that's 45 and 20. Once again, the difference is more than 15. For year 2012, 210 by 14 into 4. That's once again more than 15. Then we have year 2013. 25, and then 212. So, but in this case, company Q is having more profit, right? So, company P is more than company Q, that is in 3 years, right? I hope you are clear. Number of students and percentage of female students in 6 departments in 7 colleges. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 departments and PQRSTUV colleges. N is number of students and P is percentage of female students. Now the very first question is what is the total number of female students studying in college R in the given 6 departments? So we are talking about college R, right? So percentage, so 60 students and 40%. So it will be 24 plus 15 into 5, 75. The two zeros will be cancelled from 100 in the denominator. So 120 into 45 divided by 100. So 1 0 and this 1 0 will be cancelled. After that, for one more 0 we need 1 5 and 2 combination. So I'll take 5 from this and 2 from this. So 5 if I take, it will be 9, and 2 if I take from 12, so it will be 6. So 9 into 6, 54. Okay, then 18 into 4, 72, 15 into 4, 60, 6 into 3, 18. Right, now that add that up, 72 plus 18, that is 90, 90 and 60, 150, 150. So 153 plus 150, that is 303. Clear? Simple. What is the ratio of total number of male students of the college Q in department C, SE and EC, CSE and EC, and total number of female students in department EEE and CE of college U, EEE and CE. Okay, so in the numerator we have male students, in the denominator we have female students. So on the denominator we'll have 15 into 4, 60 plus 0 will be cancelled, then 3 into 7, 21. So it's 81. So we should have a number that is factor of 81 in the denominator, so that we have C as the correct option. Okay, since we have none of these, we can even calculate the numerator also. That would even not be that difficult. So 120 into 65% we have to find out, because this is female percentage, right? So 1 0 will be cancelled. 65, from 65 if I take 5 will be left with 13 and into 6. So that is 78 plus, once again 0 will be cancelled. If we take 2 will be left with 9. 9 into 65, 65, that is 13. 13 into 9, 117. Okay, so that will be there in the numerator. So that's 195. So 195 divided by 3 will be 65, and 81 divided by 3 will be 27. So this is the correct answer, right? What is the total number of male students of college PQR in CSE department? PQR CSE department. And the total number of male students of college TU and V in ME department. So that is ME department. Okay. So once again, this is female percentage. So if at all we have to find out the male percentage, we need to replace. So 45, it will, the male percentage will be 55. So it will be 9 into 11. So that is 99. Plus So it will be 65, so it will be 6 into 13, 78, plus 6 into 6, so that is 36. Then we have for this 9 into 6, this is 40, so male will be 60, so 9 into 6, 54. 180 into 65, so 13 into 9, 117, and then 12 into 5, 60. So just have to add all these data. Add them quickly. Okay. What approximate percentage of students in CSE of all the colleges together are males? So we need to find out the total number of students in CSE. So that will be the total of this. So that's 360 and 450, 450 and that's 360 and 420. 450 and 420, that is 870. Now we have to calculate the number of males. So 180 into 55, right? We have already calculated that. If you can retain the data, you can copy them once again. But I'll be calculating it once again. So 180 into 55. So 11 into 9, 99. Then 6 into 13, 78. 6 into 6, 36. Then 9 into 5, 45. Then 9 into 13, once again 117. Then 6 into 6, 36, and then 9 into 7. Okay. Sorry, this and this will be same, so this is also 117. Since the options are quite far from each other, instead of 87, I'll just make it 90 and get just a round idea, right? So it's bit more than 58%, since I have approximated the denominator to the higher side, so my answer should be bit more than 58%. So that's in option 60%, because the next bigger is 65, that's too high. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now let's see this set of questions. Production of steel by 6 different companies is in 3 consecutive years. So they are talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, 6 companies, and for the years 99, 2000 and 2001, right? So to 99, 2000 and 2001. So let's take the first question. For which of the following companies is the percentage increase in the production of steel the highest from 1999 to 2000? See, we have to see percentage increase over here, right? So for percentage increase, we see the base value, and from that base value, what is the rise that we have to check, right? In terms of percentage. So if you know the percentage fraction conversion, you can do these sort of problems very easily. Right. So over here we are talking about 99 to 2000. So suppose for company A it is 28 to 35, right? So increase is 7. 7 over 28, so that's 1 by 4. Right? Do not calculate percentage. 50 to 60, so that is increase of 10 over 50. So 10 over 50, that is 1 by 5. 70 to 80, increase of 10 over 70. So that's D, we don't have to calculate C. It's 80 to 85, just increase of 5 over 80, so it is 1 by 16. Similarly, E, 45 to 56, the increase is 11 over 45. And F, 6 over 30, so that is 1 by 5. Right, now between 1 by 4, 1 by 5 and 1 by 16, obviously 1 by 4 is the highest, right? Numerator is same but denominator is smaller, so A is highest. Now between 1 by 4 and 11 by 45, now we have to make the comparison, right? So we can choose the correct answer. Now 1 by 4 and 11 by 45, right? So if we have to compare just two fractions, what we can do, we can go for the cross multiplication. So 45 into 1, so that is 45 left hand side, and 4 into 11, 44 right hand side. So they're just very close, but still 1 by 4 is greater, right? I have already told you this method, 1 by 4 and 11 by 45. So go for the cross multiplication. This is 45 and this is 44. So this fraction is smaller, this is bigger. So 1 by 4 is the correct answer. Right? So do not calculate the percentage. If you know the percentage fraction conversion, you can do this problem very easily, this sort of problems very easily. I hope that's clear. For which of the following companies is the average production for all the 3 years the least? Right? So among, we just have to check between A and F, right? In other cases, the average will be really too high. We can say this by looking at the graphs B, C, D and E, right? So between A and F we have to make the comparison. Now over here also you don't have to find out the average. What you can do, you can, since the number of terms are 3 only, so if you see the addition of A is greater or addition of F is greater, right? So here it is 28, here it is 30, so that's plus 2, right? F for F, here it is 35, here it is 36, so that is plus 1, but here it is 50, here it is 45, so that's minus 5, right? So F is smaller, right? Total of these three will be smaller than total of these three, so average will be least for the company F, right? So without any calculations we can answer this question very easily. I hope you are clear. Approximately by what percentage was the total production of all the 6 companies in 2000 more than the total production of all the companies in 1919? Okay, so in base we have to put up the total of 1999, and in the numerator we have to put up the difference between 99 and 2000, and being 2000 more, right? So what we can do, we can add up the data of 1999, and in the numerator we can just find out the difference of 2000, difference between 99 and 2000, and we'll take the difference as positive difference, right? So this way our calculation will be simple. So just listen to me carefully. See, whenever you have to do calculations, just do not speak it out, right? If at all even I speak, the speed is reduced, right? So what I suggest you, just do the calculation in your mind. So it's 303 for 1999, the total is, right? Now in the numerator we just have to find out the difference, because what will happen, see, in year 2000 this is 35 plus 60 plus 80, this, right? Then for increase we have to suppose this in year 2000 suppose it is X, and year 1919 it is 303. So in the numerator what we have to do, we have to see X minus 303 we have to put up over here, then we have to do into 100 to calculate the percentage, right? So instead of adding all this, what I can do, I can find out the individual difference, right? So this is 7, right? 7 and 10, 17, right? This way you can calculate. So 10 and 10, 20, 25, 25 and 11, 36, 36 and 6, 42, 42 and 7, 49. Okay. Now since we have to find out the approximate percentage, what I can do is I just make this 303 to this. So this is cancelled. So this is 16 point something something. Okay. So among the options, this is the correct answer, because the other one are less than 16. So we can choose this to be correct option. Okay. I hope you are clear. The total production of company A for the given year exceeds that of company F by approximately what percentage, right? So from company F, and company A. We just have to see the change. So in the denominator we have to have company F. Okay, so company F, so this is in the denominator, and then in the numerator once again we just have to see the change. So what we can do, we can find out the difference. So here 2830, 2 positive, then 1 positive, and then 5 negative. So precisely 2 negative. So decreases this. Now the calculation is 200 by 111. If it is 200 by 100, then it will be 2%, right? But in this case, its denominator is more than 100, so our answer will be less than 2%. So among the options, we just have one option that is less than 2%. So no need for further calculation. Okay. The average annual growth in the production of steel company D is. So that's pretty simple. 80 to 85, that is also 5, and 85 to 90, that is also 5. So average growth is 5. Okay. So all the questions are done. In the following bar graph gives a total population of 5 villages and the number of males in each of the 5 villages. Okay, so the bigger lines, they show the total population, and the smaller this line, this portion, that shows number of males. Okay, and the following graph gives a percentage of literate among males in for each of the 5 villages. So for example, if we talk about village A, total population is 64,000, males are 40,000, and 80% males are literate. Okay, so now just we go to the questions. In which village is the number of females as a percentage of total population the lowest? Okay, now female percentage we have to find out. So suppose we talk about village A, 64,000 and 40,000. So 24,000 are females, right? So 24 over 64. So percentage of total population will be 24 over 64. So 24 over 64 can be cancelled as 3 by 8, right? So for A, it's 3 by 8. I'm just writing down the fractions. Then 72 and 48, so 24,000 are females out of 72,000. So 24 by 72, that's 1/3. Okay, similarly over here 24 over 54, so 6 4 and 6 9, so that's 4 by 9. Then 30 by 80, that is 3 by 8. Then this is no need to calculate because here males are very small in number, so female percentage will be definitely more. Okay, so we have just one option, that is 1/3, that is village B. What is the ratio of number of literate males in B to that in C? Okay, males in B 48,000, out of 48,000 70% are literate, so 30% are illiterate. So 48 into 0.3, that is of village B. Similarly for C, 30,000 males are there and 10% are illiterate, so 30 into 0.1. So that's 10, so that is 24:5, right? What is the average number of literate males per village? Okay, so for each village we need to calculate the number of literate males. So 40,000 80%, so that is 32,000. Then 48,000 70%, so that comes to 33.6 thousand. Then 30,000 90%, so that is 27,000. then 50,000 60% is 30,000, and 24,000 75% is 18,000. Okay, now we have to find out the average of these five data. So what we can do, we can even go by the deviation method. I assume the average to be 30, right? So, and I remove this portion to for just so we can get just a round idea. So that's plus 2 and plus 3. From 30 I'm taking the deviation, so it's plus 5 minus 3, right? So that's 2. So positive 2 and negative 12, so precisely 10. So 10 divided by 5. Okay, so the average will be 30 minus 10 divided by 5, that is 2. So 30 minus 2, around 28. Okay, since we have removed this portion, so our answer will be around 28,000. So among the option, this one is the correct answer. Okay. In how many villages is the number of illiterate males as a percentage of total population more than 21%? So suppose we talk about village A, 40,000, 80%. That means 20% are illiterate. So 40,000, 20% is 8,000. 8,000 over 64,000. So that is 1 by 8. Okay, so for first it's 1 by 8. Definitely it is less than 21%, but I just write it. Similarly, we can calculate for the second village also. Then 48 into 30% divided by 72. 48 into 0.3 by 72. So that's 0.2. So I just can say 20%, right? So this is also not in favor. Then for C, 30,000, 10%, so that is 3,000. 3,000 over 54,000, so that's 1 by 18. So even that is not favorable. Then 50,000, 40%. So 50,000, 40% is 20,000. 20,000 by 80,000, that is 1/4. So that's 25%. So D is favorable. Then E, 24,000 25%, so that is 6,000 over 60,000, so that's 10%, right? So just one village, that is D, has will fall in this criteria, right?